to our friends and neighbors around the world. We are ready to take our place as a reliable member of the community of nations. A nation serious about its commitments and which harmonizes its national interests with its international responsibilities.
Our money, the new generation Philippine banknotes, national symbols that make us proud to be Filipinos.
What about General Garcia? Ngayon, may mga direct instruction po na ito para kay ganito, ito para kay ganyan.
Former Philippine President Gloria Arroyo is now officially under arrest and facing charges of electoral sabotage in the 2007 local polls.
Muli po naungkat ang usapin sa pinagtatalo ng teritoryo sa West Philippine Sea tulad na lamang sa bahagi ng Scarborough Shoal o Panatag Shoal matapos na nangyaring standoff doon sa pagitan ng tropa ng Philippine Navy at dalawang Chinese surveillance vessel.
That Renato C. Corona D. And is hereby convicted of the charge against him in Article Roman numeral 2 of the Articles of Impeachment, so ordered.
The arm is a failed experiment. Many of the people continue to feel alienated by the system. And those who feel that there is no way out will continue to articulate their grievances through the barrel of a gun. We cannot change this without structural reform.
The Taiwanese fisherman was killed when the Philippine Coast Guard fired at a Taiwanese fishing boat off Batanes. Philippine officials say the foreign vessel tried to ram a Bureau of Fisheries vessel.
I hereby irrevocably resign as Senate President.
Nandito tayo ngayon sa may pier ng Tacloban at napakalakas na ng hangin pero hindi pa po tumatama ang sentro ng bagyo dito sa bahagi ng Tacloban. Ito po ay yung papalapit pa lamang na bagyo at batay dito sa direksyon ng ating hangin, ito pong Yolanda ay nandito po dito po sa karagatan at diretso tumutumbok dito sa bahagi ng Leyte kung saan tayo nagla-live ngayon na ATV dito sa bahagi ng Tacloban.
Patuloy ang operasyon ng puwersa ng gobyerno sa mga pinaniniwalaang buta ng Bangsamoro Islamic Freedom Fighters sa Maguindanao.
Natuklasan natin na ang pera ng bayan na pagplanuhan, may ginawang plano. May ginawang plano at para mapatupad yung plano, nagkaroon ng sabuatan.
Kung ano man po ang mga kasong ibinabato sa akin, nakahanda ko po itong harapin. At darating ang araw na lalabas din ang katotohanan. Mga kababayan, handa ko pong harapin ang lahat ng ito. Handa po akong magpakulong kahit ako'y walang kasalanan.
Samantala, hate crime, ganyan daw dapat tignan ng mga otoridad ang kaso ng pagpatay kay Jennifer Laude. Ayon sa grupong Ang Ladlad.
January 25, mag-aalas 4 ng madaling araw. Ang plano, isang mabilis na operasyon na hindi tatagal ng 1 oras para makuha si Marwan, pero hindi ito nangyari. Sinalubong daw agad sila ng malakas na pagsabog ng mga patibong.
Mga kapatid po namin sa Iglesia ni Cristo, nananawagan po kami sa inyo dahil nanganganib po ang aming buhay. Sana'y matulungan niyo po kami. Sana po ay pakinggan po rin ninyo ang panawagan ng aking ina, ang kapatid na Tenny Manalo. Maraming salamat po.
Sa aming mga kapatid sa iglesia, natulungan ninyo kami dahil may panganib sa aming buhay. Saklolohan ninyo ang aking mga anak. Tulungan niyo rin ang mga ministro na dinukot at hanggang ngayon ay hindi pa nakikita.
These images show what used to be Fiery Cross Reef or Kagitingan Reef to Filipinos. But China has dumped 2.7 million square meters of sand on it, turning it into the island you now see.
Matapos kasi ng 2 taong paghahanda, mailulunsad na ang Philippine Microsat 1 o ang Diwata 1. Isang microsatellite ang Diwata na gawa ng 7 master's degree students mula sa University of the Philippines.
I hereby proclaim Rodrigo Roa Duterte and Maria Leonor Herona Robredo as the duly elected President and Vice President of the Republic of the Philippines.
We have zero tolerance for drugs. So as much as possible, we want to have a drug-less society.
Most of them are here because of fear.
Fear?
Fear. What's going on outside, the government's actions, especially the PNP and the police, the crackdown, has made them fear that they might be either incarcerated or worse, even killed.
I will allow the burial of Marcos sa libingan ng Bayani.
My arrest is an appalling sign of the return of a power-hungry, morally bankrupt, and abusive government. There is no more doubt that our president is a murderer and a sociopathic serial killer.
In an attack by Maute, a militant group that has pledged allegiance to Islamic State, the group took over buildings and torched a school, church, and jail, leading President Rodrigo Duterte to announce 60 days of martial law over all of Mindanao.
Hindi talaga yun ang target nila. Although ang sabi nila, they've received a few reports, intelligence reports, na Juan Kian de los Santos nga is involved in illegal drugs, particularly na siya ang isang runner. No?
President Rodrigo Duterte on Tuesday signs into law the Tax Reform for Acceleration and Inclusion, or TRAIN law. The TRAIN law is expected to generate 130 billion pesos in revenues. Revenues from the tax reform measure are meant to fund the Duterte government's Build infrastructure program and socio-economic programs.
President Rodrigo Duterte orders the closure of Boracay for 6 months starting April 26.
Respondent Maria Lourdes P.A. Sereno is found disqualified from and is hereby adjudged guilty of unlawfully holding and exercising the office of the Chief Justice.
Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte has welcomed visiting Chinese President Xi Jinping at the presidential palace. They are scheduled to hold talks and the two sides will sign a number of agreements.
Hindi bababa sa 20 ang nasawi habang halos 100 ang sugatan sa magkasunod na pagsabog sa Our Lady of Mount Carmel Cathedral sa Hulosulu.
Rappler CEO and Executive Editor Maria Ressa is arrested early Friday morning over a charge of violating the anti-dummy law.
Gretchen says the mall violated the Gender Fair Ordinance of Quezon City for vilifying, harassing, and detaining a person based on sexual orientation, gender identity, and expression.
So this all means that under an existing law in the Supreme Court ruling, a man who raped 1 and killed 4 may be free in the next several years. The Department of Agriculture confirms African swine fever, or ASF, is present in several areas in the country and caused the deaths of pigs. Agriculture Secretary William Dar says Monday, September 9, the virus was spread through food waste from restaurants and hotels and products carried by overseas Filipinos from countries with ASF.
The prosecution, having established the guilt beyond reasonable doubt of the following accused who are found to have acted as principal, namely Datu Andal Unsay Ampatuan Jr., Datu Anwar Asajid Datu Ulo Ampatuan, Datu Anwar Datu Ipi Ampatuan Jr. They are hereby convicted and sentenced to suffer the penalty of imprisonment of reclusion perpetua without paroles pursuant to RA 9346.